Chairman. It's a very emotional speech. And you have to know, Ike, when you're crying, the happy tears about Hakam Baruch, all of the students share those happy tears with you. And we're all so excited about this groundbreaking ceremony that we're building a state-of-the-art Torah center that has not existed, for sure, in the Jersey Shore to this capacity. I believe that the day that we have come, the 28th of Av, is a very significant day for this dedication. I love to look at the days and look at the history of the day. It didn't start with Hakam Baruch. It didn't start with Hakam Yaacob. It didn't start with Rabbi Ezra Atiyah. It started with a great rabbi who was a Talmudist, and he was born in Aram Soba in Halab at the end of the 1800s. His name was Rabbi Abraham Ades, Alav Shalom, the grandfather of Yehuda Ades, today the Rosh Hashiva called Yaacob. Hakam Abraham Ades was a student of Rabbi Mordechai Abadi in Halab. And then he moved to Israel. And when he moved to Israel, he decided to devote his life to Kabbalah. And he became the Rosh Hashiva of Rehovot al-Nahar, Yeshivat of the Mekubalim. However, he took one student, actually two students. One, he taught the entire Talmud in depth. That was Rabbi Ezra Atiyah. And the other student, he taught all the Kabbalah in depth, and that was Rabbi Jacob Eskassen. And Rabbi Ezra Atiyah would take the Talmud of Rabbi Ades and open up Porat Yosef. And of course become the rabbi of our rabbi. I heard lessons from Hakam Baruch my whole life, starting in 8th grade Magen David and on. I did not leave his side, as some of you read in the book. And there was not a lesson that he did not quote his rabbi Hakam Ezra Atiyah on some sort of teaching. But he also would mention Rabbi Abraham Ades, because that was his grand rabbi. Rabbi Jacob Eskassen would go on to become a great Kabbalist, although he would use his Kabbalah in private and become the great leader of our community. I don't think it's a coincidence that on the day where the grand rabbi of those two greats, the 28th of Av, is the yortzeit of Hakam Abraham Ades. This is the day that he passed away. So I have no doubt that all the stars are lining up perfectly. That the grand rabbi is giving us a blessing from heaven. And that we make this dedication on the ground where Rabbi Ezra's student Hakam Baruch lived. And on the street called Jacob Lane, named after Rabbi Jacob Eskassen. The Gedolim are all coming together from heaven and earth in order to give their blessings to this monumental and historical project. And I believe, yes, it deserves a... The Kabbalists write that the month of Av, which we're in now, is actually divided into two parts. Well, the first half of the month is unlucky. You might say it's even cursed, destruction of the temples and all of our black history. It all happened in the first 15 days of the month. But our rabbis tell us the second half of the month is blessed. From Tu B'Av, we celebrate and it's joyous, we have parties again, there's weddings every night. And the Kabbalists write, that's why the month is called Av. Av is two letters. Aleph represents the word Arur. Arur is the first half of the month. However, the second half of the month is Baruch. Aleph Bet, Arur Baruch. We are now in the section of Baruch. And therefore, I think it's appropriate in this section of the month of Av, we dedicate the Baruch, Hakam Baruch Ben Hayim Torah Center of our holy synagogue, Ohel Yaacob. So all the signs are there. But I want to tell you the real merit. Our rabbi, amongst all the things that he did, he was a teacher. That's the connection that drew all of us to him. He taught Torah, but he taught it in a very unique way. He taught it with a lot of energy and passion. He taught it with love. He had a warmth and a humility. He taught it according to the tradition. He had a certain way where he wasn't too much this way or too much that way. It made sense to everybody. And thank God, I hope the rabbi would be proud of us because we learned from him the method, not only what to teach, but how to teach it. And I think that our great synagogue, with all its rabbis without exception, is continuing in that, not only curriculum, because curriculum is only half of it, but it's the methodology of dispensing it, of giving it over. Our shul is known for a shul of warmth, a shul of love, b'li ayin hara, very little politics. People feel comfortable when they come to the shul. There's no pulling and tugging and all sorts of undercurrents. It's just a fun place to be. That's the way the rabbi established it. I have no doubt that the rabbi is going to be exceptionally happy because now our synagogue has partnered with his yeshiva. Chacham Baruch taught in Magen David for 30 years. And our synagogue has partnered with the yeshiva that all their boys come every night with the help of Rabbi Alex and Rabbi Baraja and all the rabbis that are working for the synagogue. That partnership with Magen David, they don't know how lucky they are. We're spending all the money and they're getting all the benefits. We built them a $3 million midrash in Brooklyn, and now we're going to build them a $6 million project, at least here in Deal. And what are we doing it for? We're doing it for the kids, for the boys and girls, so they can come and study. Study the ways of the Torah according to our tradition, according to Chacham Abraham Ades, that taught Rabbi Ezra, that taught Chacham Baruch, and now landed on my lap as well. Well, it's a great day for the community. I have no doubt Chacham Baruch is very happy in Shamayim. I'm sure he's blessing the project. The fact that it's on his lot, probably that was the seeds that planted this project. All the years that he lived with Kiddusha, with the rabbis in Charlotte, may she live and be well. When we wanted to knock down the house, you can't just knock down a rabbi's house without asking somebody, although I'm sure it's been done. But we went to the Rebbitzin, and we asked the Rebbitzin, it's the Rebbitzins' house. Could you believe what a synagogue we have? They built a house for Chacham Baruch. I remember the days of Lawrence Avenue, the old days. Before Torah Center, we didn't have a shas. You understand? We didn't have a shas until Jack Casson came. I think it was Isaac's bar mitzvah, and he said, Rabbi, I'm inviting people, I'm inviting rabbis in the shul. Where's the books? He loves the books, like his grandfather. I said, we don't have any books, Jack. We have Tehillim, we have Chok Israel, and in the rabbi's office that's locked, Isaac Yedid will tell you, it's locked 98% of the time. There's a Shas, Steinzolt's Shas, and 98% of it's missing. And guess what? Nobody cared, because nobody ever asked for a Shas. So Jack, God bless him, bought, he said, what's the best Shas we could get for the show? I said, get the Schottenstein. He bought 5 sets of Shas. That's the first time, but even then we only bought it for decorative reasons. Nobody was learning anything. I remember Chacham Baruch at 7 o'clock when the minyan was over, he would stand by the door with a key in his hand. When the last guy would leave, he would lock the door. And the shul would not be opened until 5 o'clock the next morning when him and Dr. Ballas would come and learn. Those days are over. Our shul is open from 4 a.m. and it's open well past midnight. Nobody's locking the doors today. Today there's access to the synagogue 24 hours a day. And as our building chairman said, boys, girls, all ages, I will say publicly, there is no question we have the most robust ladies program in the community. Every single day, not one class, 3 classes. We are the industry leader, thank God, because of all the talent that we have. And to the credit of Mr. Jack A. and Ike, we said we got lucky. So many things have to come about. Our leadership, Mr. Casson and Mr. Franco, they loved Rabbi Baruch. So without that ingredient of people that are loyal to Rabbi Baruch and Acham Yaacob, it doesn't work. Jack is following his father, who also was a loyal brother-in-law to Acham Baruch, and Ike's following his father, that was a loyal Ike Shmuel Franco. Before he passed away, told Acham Baruch, take care of my children like they're yours. And that's why they're so emotional. So we all share the love of our rabbi, and we share this perpetuation of his values and his derech. So congratulations to the congregation. Ohel Yaacob is a beautiful place, not only aesthetically. The Gemara talks about chokhmah mefoeret, however, bechli mechoar. Sometimes you have glorious Torah, but in not such a nice vessel. However, in our synagogue, it's chokhmah mefoeret, bechli mefoeret. It's glorious wisdom in a glorious vessel. And now that vessel is only going to become even bigger and more beautiful and more special. So again, what is the obligation of the congregation? Easy. I'm doing all the work. I got to open the books. I have to teach. I have to come here 4 in the morning. I accept the job. Rabbi Malka and all the rabbis here, they accept. They're all workaholics. You think Jack A. and Ike are going to hire anybody that's not a workaholic like them in their prime? Somebody doesn't have a work ethic that cares about the community. We were hired not because of our good looks. We were hired because we're committed to work and we follow the tradition. So we're committed, the staff, to do our job. Now we're asking the congregation, you got to do the easy job. How long does it take to write a check for $1 million? Takes a second to write the check and just give it over. But it's a good investment. Buy now when it's still cheap. Everything's going up. This Torah center, when it's finally built, people are going to become running. I want to buy something. What can I buy? I know it from Brooklyn. When we're building the shul, we're pulling a guy, give us money. Nah, it's safra, you don't need the money. Now they're coming, give me something. I want the rabbi's office. We sold the rabbi. Sell me the rabbi the doorknob. Okay, we'll sell you that. We put a plaque on the doorknob because the guy wants to be part of it. People like success, but they don't understand success until it's materialized. We have proven, our board of directors has proven, we know how to succeed with the help of Hashem. We built this place, but okay, look how beautiful it is. Now people are coming, we want dedications. Same thing's going to happen there, so don't wait until it's put up, and then what you wanted is going to be sold there, we're going to have to give you some secondary item. Please support the project. You're supporting the community, and you're supporting the future of our boys and girls' education, and it's what Acham Baruch would like. And I have no doubt he'll give you his blessings from the upper worlds. Him, his rabbi, Rabbi Atiyah, and the grand rabbi, Rabbi Ades, that's your side is today. May the blessings of the Tzaddikim be upon us, and may our board of directors, the committee succeed. Like Edmund Safra would say, before every meeting he went to, B'Shem Hashem na'aseh v'natzliach, amen ve'amen.